Identified were deficiencies in our system.
The Paradise Building Division investigation is complete. People are back on the job. We'll show you what auditors found and what's changed.
Plus,
for them being able to select us as a world-class destination for the racers to experience is extremely rewarding.
heads up endurance athletes, Ironman 70.3 is coming to Reading. What you need to know to take part.
And a woman was hit by a train in Red Bluff. We'll show you what happened and tell you how she's doing tonight.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
New at 6, Chico police made an animal cruelty and vandalism arrest.
Chico Police Department's target team says a city employee told them that they saw Ed DJ Wandry pick up a small dog and intentionally slam it into the concrete. Officers say Wandry was aggressive toward them, and they say that he broke the rear window of their patrol vehicle after they arrested him. The dog is stable and under observation.
We have new details about a crash that sent a pedestrian to the hospital on Bocelli Lane in Reading yesterday morning. Reading police tell us that the pedestrian has died. Police said the person was crossing the street repeatedly before being hit by a car. The incident is still under investigation, but officials say neither drugs nor alcohol appear to have been factors.
After nearly 5 weeks on administrative leave, 4 Paradise Town employees are back on the job. It comes after an independent investigation into the town's building division. Action
News Now reporter Bea Barbosa shares the results of the audit that was ordered by the town council.
Lots and lots of paperwork, lots of their time, emotions. It's really bad.
That's what Calling Corners says is the reality some residents have faced in trying to rebuild their homes after the Camp Fire.
They left them with a house that is incomplete and has a lot of less than standard work inside. And the problem is that when this kind of situation happens, you have somebody who all they wanted to do was have their home built, and now they're chasing paper and making phone calls and trying to get an attorney.
Concerns like Corners are what led to the independent audit of the town's building division.
The way I would describe it is this has been a 100-mile-an-hour train going down the tracks trying to rebuild this town after an unprecedented disaster. Everyone wants to build back, right? It's never quick enough, and sometimes you just have to stop that train, step off and start looking at these systems and what do we need to do better to make sure we're doing things right, and that's what we did.
Town leaders tell me that while necessary to ensure building codes are being followed, the audit has delayed the rebuilding process.
It definitely did. It slowed it down a bit, but we have to instill to our community that we're doing things the right way. And so it was important to do that.
So what did the audit find out?
At the end of the audit, we did not see any criminal wrongdoing or activity on behalf of any of our staff.
And while the audit did not find any criminal wrongdoing by building division staff, O'Brien says it did identify deficiencies that he says have already begun to be addressed. O'Brien says the independent auditor recommended the town hire a community development director to oversee planning and building. That director started on Monday, but it's not just planning and building they're in charge of.
It's going to be very complicated. So where do I go if my foundation's failing? Where do I go if it's a fit or finish issue? And they need that advocate, and this particular community development director, this new position, will actually provide that advocacy for members of this community that need that help.
In Paradise, Bea Barbosa, Action News Now.
O'Brien says the deficiencies will also be addressed with current staff who will undergo training in the coming weeks.
A Chico pastor pleaded not guilty today to child molestation charges. Police arrested Roger Solis on Monday. DA Mike Ramsey says he inappropriately touched a minor over the course of about a year. They say he admitted to it in several conversations. He's facing 2 counts of continued sexual abuse of a child, and he'll be back in court November 13th.
New tonight, a woman is recovering in the hospital after being hit by a train in Red Bluff. Now, it happened at the train crossing in the area of Breckenridge Street near Washington Street. Police say she was walking too close to the tracks yesterday evening when she was struck. Now, they say that she was hurt but is expected to survive.
New at 5, the Shasta County Sheriff's Office wants your help figuring out who spray painted racist graffiti at a home in Cottonwood. Deputies got the call to that home on Balls Ferry Road near Locust Street yesterday, where they say they found racial slur spray painted right out on the road in front of that house. The resident says they believe that this was targeted at them. The Sheriff's Office says bias-motivated crimes will not be tolerated.
Now, a live look from the Alert California Flea Mountain camera in Butte County, and just a beautiful scene. We live in a beautiful area of the country.
We do. My favorite time of day, too, Howie. I know you're tracking temperatures that are not quite as hot as yesterday, right? But still pretty warm for this time of year.
Absolutely. A little cooler than yesterday, but still above average and absolutely picture perfect. Right now, still in the low, even in the mid-70s in parts of the valley. Up in Chester, we're at 62. You climb to Alturas, 56. But just again, awesome weather for this time of year. Wind-wise, we were on the breezy side all week, but now you see these light to calm winds. That should carry on right through the weekend. So that kicking game and that passing game not going to be affected by the winds for Friday night football. All right, what's going on? Eventually, high pressure moves off. Storms will head our way. Well, what does that mean? We can see maybe an inch or more of rain from Tuesday to Thursday next week in the valley, while the higher elevations, look at some of these totals. Coastal Range, North Mountains, you're looking at maybe 3 inches of rain. You climb up even further into the mountains over above 7,000 feet, and you can see maybe 1 to 4 inches of snow. So storms headed our way, eventually going to cool us down, bring rain and mountain snow. We're going to talk all about that and more in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Howie.
Tehama County supervisors voted this week to pay a consulting firm to research support for a potential public safety sales tax initiative. The board also voted to transfer more than $46,000 in funds to the consulting firm Team Civics. The firm will conduct a survey as part of its work, and it's the same firm used to help Butte County pass the sales tax ballot measure. It would require 4/5 approval by voters to pass.
Ironman 70.3, a worldwide triathlon competition, is set for its inaugural race in Redding next summer. And Action News Net reporter Blake Mayfield is there. Blake, runners will be competing for the very first Ironman of Northern California title. I think that could be you or me.
Well, definitely could, Haley, and you're exactly right. Swimming, biking, and running will all be included in Ironman 70.3 next summer. Now, in addition to competitions going on here at the Sundial Bridge, competitions will also take place at Whiskeytown Lake with a sunrise swim that's 1.2 miles long and in 56 miles worth of trails in the Shasta Cascade region. While the event is not until Sunday, August 16th of next year, you can sign up and register for the competition 2 weeks from today on Thursday, November 13th. Earlier today, I spoke with the tourism marketing director of Visit Redding and asked him what this means to feature the Sundial Bridge in next year's tournament.
The Sundial Bridge is so iconic. So seeing something on the world-class level from an architecture standpoint, inviting people all over the world to experience is only going to help tourism in the long run. This is just the beginning of the snowball effect of what can happen in the area.
Now, whoever wins any of the competitions and takes home Ironman of Northern California in next year's triathlon will get a chance to compete for the Worldwide Triathlon Award in France in summer 2027. Reporting live in Redding, I'm Blake Mayfield, Action News Now.
All right, thanks, Blake. If you'd like to sign up and potentially become the first Ironman of Northern California, head to our website, actionnewsnow.com, and click on the News Links tab. New tonight, Shasta County will use opioid settlement funds to buy 6 Narcan vending machines. This week, the Board of Supervisors voted 4-1 to spend about $90,000 to put vending machines in healthcare facilities, at the Good News Rescue Mission, and the jail. Narcan is the brand name for naloxone, a medication used to reverse or reduce the effects of opioid overdoses like fentanyl.
Making the path easier to guide Butte County's homeless into housing got a major boost today with the grand opening of a new resource center in Chico. As Action News Now reporter Jerry O'Lennon shows us, this center brings vital services directly to those who need them the most.
The family of Howard Slater cut the ribbon Thursday morning on a new center named in his honor. But the key word on the sign, navigation.
So right now, unhoused folks often have to get to many different service providers to get all their needs met.
Now, all of those services, from behavioral health to employment, veterans and probation, and many more, are under one roof. The True North Housing Alliance says the center, connected to the 198-bed Torres shelter, will serve about 1,000 homeless people in Butte County each year.
It's a one-stop shop attached to a shelter. So that changes everything because the people that need the help don't have to try to travel to where to get the help. They're here already.
A one-stop center turning homelessness into hope. In Chico, Jerry O'Lennon, Action News Now.
The $2.7 million center was paid for through a combination of public and private funding. It will begin providing its services on Monday. The annual Habitat for Humanity Building Blitz is underway tonight, celebrating the 39th Jimmy and Rosalind Carter Work Project. The Butte County chapter held a rural rally in Paradise today, celebrating local volunteers and highlighting the need for affordable housing in rural communities. Again, the event honors Jimmy and Rosalind Carter's decades of service and invites people to help build new homes right in Paradise. Among those celebrating the progress, local educators who say housing is crucial for families trying to return to Paradise and rebuild their lives.
Every house built in this community provides stable, accessible housing for a family that needs it, that is looking to return, whether they're brand new to Paradise or they're a family that's joining us from pre-fire. And so even one house at a time, it makes such a huge difference in our community.
Habitat for Humanity's ongoing goal is to build up to 10 homes a year in Butte County.
It's such a cool idea. The concept of like the sweat equity, right? Getting to contribute. I mean, it's not only does it feel rewarding, but it's, you know, you're putting the work in, you earn that home.
And I mean, it's not nothing. It's making a difference. So.
Yeah, really cool. I'm glad we have that program.
How a local school celebrated Dia de los Muertos today.
But first, and new at 6, a spectacular salmon run in Oroville. We'll show you the view from the Feather River in just 2 minutes.